Creating a clean and modern-looking homepage for your service-based business is a pretty quick task with Kwik, our fast-loading companion theme for Thrive Theme Builder. Hi, I'm Christine with Thrive Themes. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I invite you to do so, and be sure to ring the bell to be notified when we publish new videos. So when it comes to customizing the home page for your website, that can seem like a pretty daunting task, especially if you don't consider yourself to be a designer. Thankfully, with the companion themes built right into Thrive Theme Builder, you can easily create a gorgeous home page that is completely customized to your brand. And with the Kwik companion theme, you can be confident that your home page is fast loading and optimized for speed. So in this video, I'll be taking you through the steps of setting up Kwik and customizing your home page so that it looks just as you want it to. So let's start by installing Kwik. If you already have Thrive Theme Builder on your website, then you can go to the Thrive dashboard and then Thrive Theme Builder. Then go to the Themes tab, and then click Add Theme in the upper right-hand corner. Then click Load from the Thrive Cloud. Here you'll find Kwik listed among the other companion themes, and then click the Download button. Now let's go to the Kwik option here, and then click Activate. Now, if you're installing Thrive Theme Builder for the first time, then Kwik will already be available to you and you won't have to go and download anything. You can simply select it during the setup process. Next, let's go through the site wizard to select the layouts for our website. So let's just click the Get Started button. For your logo, you can upload a dark logo for use on light backgrounds, and you can upload a light logo for use on dark backgrounds. To upload your logo, simply click Edit Dark Logo. And then you can go to the Upload Files tab to upload your file. I've already got one here, so I'll select it. And then I'll click Select. And then you can do the same for the light logo. Next, let's choose a main brand color. To change this color here, simply click on the swatch, and then you can choose a new color. I'll choose this nice orange here. And then click Choose and Continue. Next, let's choose a design for our header. Let's click on the drop-down in the upper right-hand corner to view all of the layout options. As you can see, there are quite a lot. Now, if you don't see the exact layout you want, simply choose the one that's closest and you'll be able to make adjustments later. So for now, I'll choose this one. Next, let's take a look at the footer templates. This one looks pretty good. Now let's choose our home page design. As you can see, there are lots of designs to choose from. Now, these designs were crafted to be fast loading, and so you'll see fewer images, and instead the design is going to rely on shapes and colors to create that clean, modern look. And if you look at the names here, you'll see that they're geared toward certain types of business, and that's to help you get your business website up and running quickly. However, you can absolutely choose any layout you wish regardless of the name. And again, if the layout isn't exactly what you're looking for, you will be able to customize it later. So for now, I'll go ahead and choose this layout. Next, let's choose a layout for our blog posts. This one looks pretty good. Next, let's choose the layout for our blog post list. This is the page that will display all of our blog posts. Let's choose this one. And now let's choose a layout for our regular pages. So these are for things like your About page, your Contact page, your Privacy page, etc. This one looks pretty good, so I'll select that one. And now let's select menus to use in our header and footer. So if you've already created menus for your header and footer in WordPress, then you can specify them here. Now, if you haven't created any menus yet, you can actually create them in Thrive Theme Builder later, in which case you can simply click Continue without choosing a menu. But I've already created mine in WordPress, so I'll click Activate Menus on my site. All right, so the wizard is complete. Let's move on to the next step. Next, I'd like to show you where you can input information for your global fields, which are things like your business address, phone number, social profiles, and more. So let's go to the Thrive dashboard. And then let's look for Smart Site, and then let's click Smart Settings. So here is where you can input your company information. What's really nice about Smart Site Global Fields is that you can input your information once and it will automatically populate in all of the appropriate blocks and elements. So for example, your footer is a common place to put links to your social media profiles, but you can also place your social media profiles on other parts of your site. Now, if your link to your social media profile ever changes, you can simply come here to the global fields and change it here once, and then it will automatically reflect on all of the other parts of your site. So under company, here is where you can put in your company information. Under legal, here's where you can input the links to your privacy policy, disclaimer, terms and conditions, and contact pages. Now for these pages here, I would recommend going to the Pages tab in WordPress and creating the pages that you need first so that you can copy and paste the links in here. So for example, let's say you don't have a disclaimer page yet. Let's go to Pages and click Add New. Let's give this page a name. I'll go ahead and publish it so that I can get the link. So now let's copy this link. And then back in Smart Site, I'll simply go to the disclaimer field. I'll click the pencil icon to edit it. And then I'll paste the link in here. And then click Save. And then you can go back and flesh out the rest of the disclaimer page at a later time. And then for your social media links, you'll need to get your link from the page or profile for each platform, and then you can simply paste them in. All right, so now that the basic setup is done, let's take a look at our home page. And just like that, our home page is already built. So this is the header that I chose. This is the main brand color that I chose. This is indeed the home page layout that I chose. And you'll notice that our company information is already populated here in the footer, and that's because we took the time to fill out Smart Site Global Fields. Next, let's take a quick look at the Thrive Theme Builder dashboard. So let's go to Thrive Dashboard and let's go to Thrive Theme Builder. So up here at the top is our current theme, which is Kwik. We've already gone through the theme wizard. Now in the branding section, here is where you can customize your brand colors, logo, and favicon. You can also access the branding section by going to the branding tab on the left. In the typography section is where you can customize the typography for your entire site. And you can also access the typography by going to the typography tab. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek. So this is the current typography set that is active on your site. Let's go ahead and click the pencil icon to edit this typography set. So here are all of the different typography elements that you can use on your website. And this is also where you can make global changes that would affect the styling for your entire site. To edit an individual element, simply click on it and then use the options over here on the left. You can also customize all of the headings at the same time by clicking on this middle green line here. And then all of the headings will be highlighted and you can edit all of them at once using the options on the left. You can also customize all of the paragraph elements at once by clicking on this middle green line here. And then you can use the options on the left. And you can customize all typography elements at the same time by clicking on the outermost green line. And then you can change the font and color for all of the typography elements at the same time. When you're finished making your customizations, don't forget to save your work. Next, let's customize the home page. To access it, you can go to Manage Templates from the Thrive Theme Builder dashboard, or you can go to the Templates tab. So here are all of the templates for your website. So you have a home page. You also have a default post template for regular blog posts. If you have a podcast, you have a default audio post template. If you have a YouTube channel, there is a default video post template. This is your default page template for things like your About page and your Contact page. You also have an Error 404 template. Your default blog template is your blog roll page. And your default archive template is for things like displaying all blog posts within a given category or displaying all blog posts by a particular author. And if you're using WooCommerce to sell physical products, digital products, or online courses, then your WooCommerce templates will appear here as well. In this video, we are going to focus specifically on customizing your home page. So let's go to the active home page and let's click Edit Landing Page. So we are going to go through this entire page section by section and customize it. For this demo, let's pretend that we are creating a home page for a service-based business, such as a marketing agency. Now, every business is different, so there may be sections or blocks that you don't need, in which case it is very easy to delete a section. Simply click inside of the section, make sure that the right section is highlighted in the breadcrumbs, and then use the trash can icon to delete that section. Now I'll go ahead and undo this because I actually do want to keep that section. And you can easily move sections. So again, make sure that the correct section is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. Then use the crosshairs icon to click and drag it to where you want it. So let's say I want to move it to here. And let me scroll up a bit so that you can see that we did actually move it pretty far down the page. All right, so let me undo this. Now, if you feel like this page is missing a section that you need, then you can always add blocks. So for example, let's say that I would like to add a block right here. I can simply click the Add Block button, or I can go to Add Elements, and then I can click and drag the block into place. So as you can see, there are dozens of blocks that you can choose from. Let's say that I would like to add a block walking people through the steps of getting started if they want to hire my company. So I'll go over here to the list on the left, I'll go to Steps, and I'll choose this design. And not only can you add blocks to your page, you can also add individual elements. So I'll go to the Add Element button. And as you can see, there are dozens of other elements that you can add to your page if needed. For now, I'm happy with my page as it is, so let's just start customizing the finer details like the text, images, and icons. First up is the header. The header and footer are linked sections, which means that they are used on other templates as well as on the home page. So if you click the Edit Header button, any changes you make will be reflected on other templates as well. If you would like to use a completely different header just for your home page, then you can click the Change Header button to choose a new header design just for the home page. Now, I would like to use the same header for the entire site, so I'll click Edit Header. Now, you may have noticed that there is now an orange outline around this window. That indicates that you are in a sub-menu of sorts, and so you're restricted to editing just the header for now. So the main feature of the header is the menu. I'll go ahead and click on one of the menu items. And to display our menu, we are using the custom menu element. So let's go to the main options tab and let's take a look at the menu source. If you have menus that you created in WordPress, they will show up here. If you would like to create your own menu in Thrive Theme Builder, then you can choose Custom Menu, and then your menu items will be listed down here. Just to show you how these menu items work, you can easily add menu items. You can also delete items very easily. And you can rearrange them by clicking on the dotted lines and dragging them around. To edit the labels and links, you can go to the pencil icon to edit it. Then you can enter in a label. And to select a page to link to, under Target URL, you can simply start typing the title of the page and it should pop up. And then click Apply. For a business such as a marketing agency, you might have a services page, a clients page, and an about page. Now, if you haven't created those pages yet, I would recommend creating those first. You don't have to completely flesh them out, just create them so that they exist and so that you'll be able to specify the links in your menu. If you would like to change the appearance of your menu, that's very easy to do. So let's say that I would like to change the text color. I'll simply select one of the menu items. I'll make sure that menu item is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. And then over here on the left, I'll go to the typography tab, and under color, I'll select a new color. You'll notice that all of the menu items changed color as well, and that is thanks to the grouping feature. This saves you clicks when customizing groups of elements. If by chance you need to customize one particular menu item by itself, you can easily do that by selecting the menu item And when the lock icon here is green, that indicates that the item is grouped. To ungroup the item, simply click on the lock icon, and when it's red, the item is ungrouped. So now I can style this item independently from the rest. Now you can always regroup the item by clicking on the lock icon again, and when it turns green, then when you make further customizations, this item will be part of that group. Now the custom menu element is pretty powerful, so you can do things like add icons and images to your custom menu, and we do have a video on that which we will link to. Once you're finished customizing your header, click Done to click out of the header and to continue on with the rest of the page. All right, so moving on to the next section, we have some text here that needs to be customized. Everything is click to edit, so you can simply click on a text element and start typing. Now for your main call to action, try to think of something that's really attention-getting that will resonate with your audience. Now for this button here, let's create a jump link to the contact form down at the bottom of the page. Because a lot of times with a service-based business, people want an easy way to contact you with questions about the services you offer, pricing, scheduling, etc. So let's go back up here and let's select the button. Make sure that button is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. Let's take a quick look at animation and action to see if there's any links already established. There is one here, so let's just go ahead and delete it. Now let's go to the main options tab. Under button link, let's go ahead and create a jump link. I'll go ahead and enable smooth animation so that when someone clicks on the link, the page will scroll nicely instead of doing a jarring jump. And let's click select target. So I'll scroll down here and I will select the background section for my form. Next, we have the Why Work With Us section. In this paragraph here, you can explain what your company does. And in these three boxes, you can explain the benefits that people will get by working with your particular company. Next, we have these icons, which we will need to change. So to change an icon, simply select it. Make sure that icon is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. And then under the main options tab, you can click Change Icon. You can search for a particular icon by using the search field in the upper left corner. Lastly, for this section, we will need to link up these Learn More buttons. So ideally, you will have already created the pages that these buttons link to. If you haven't done that yet, you can simply link these buttons up at a later time. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this button. I'll make sure that button is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. Then let's go to Animation and Action. And there's already a link here in place, so I'll simply click the pencil icon to edit it. And then if you start typing the name of the page, it should pop up. And I'll go ahead and link up the other buttons as well. Now, if you don't need these buttons because you don't want to link to anything, it's really easy to remove these buttons. Just click on the trash can icon. All right, so we are done with this section. Let's move on to the team section. Having a team section on your website is a good way to humanize your brand. Now, if you don't have a team and you are a solopreneur, then you can easily substitute this section for an About section featuring yourself. So you can simply delete this section by clicking on the trash can icon, and then you can add a block by clicking on the Add Block button. And then let's view all of the About blocks, and you can choose one of these blocks to add to your page. But assuming that you do have a team, in this section you'll definitely want to change out these images for photos of your own team members. To do that, click on the Image Gallery element, make sure that it is highlighted in the breadcrumbs, and then go to the Main Options tab, and then click Edit Selection. Then click on the X's to remove the old images, then click Add Gallery to add your own images. So I'll select these, and then click Add to Gallery, and then click Insert Gallery. Now the image gallery has a lot of options, so you can choose a gallery type, and each gallery has its own set of options. You can also edit the design of the gallery by going to Edit Design, and then you will have to click on the gallery again, and under Main Options you can choose an image style. So for example, let's go ahead and add a dark frame to all of these images. And you can also play with the image effects. So for example, we can make all of these images grayscale. When you're finished editing the design of your image gallery, click Done. Okay, so moving on to the next section, this is the What You'll Get section. This is a great place to mention the positive aspects of working with your company and what you offer that others don't. So let's go ahead and customize this text here. Now the lower part of this section uses the styled list element. If you would like to change these icons, you can do that by simply clicking on the icon, then going to the Main Options tab and click Change Icon. As you may have noticed, all of the icons changed, which thanks to the grouping feature makes changing these icons a bit faster. If you would like to change a particular list item icon so that it's different from all the others, simply click on it and then click the lock icon to ungroup it. And then you can go ahead and change the icon just for this particular list item. To add or remove an item, make sure that Styled List is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. Then go to the Main Options tab. And here is where you can easily add new items or delete them if necessary. And so now let's go ahead and replace the template text with our own. All right, so we're done with this section. Let's move on to the next one. So here we have the testimonials section. Testimonials are really helpful to build trust and also help your audience understand how they can benefit from your service. Now what we actually have here are two instances of the testimonial element. So here is one instance and here is the second one. And you can change the design of these testimonials if you like. So I'll simply click inside of this testimonial. I'll make sure that testimonial is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. And then in the upper left-hand corner, go to the paint palette icon. And now you can choose from any of these designs. I'll go ahead and choose this one. And then if you like, you can do the same thing for this testimonial element as well. And so now we can go ahead and change the text and the images. To change an image, simply click on it, go to Main Options, and then click Replace Image. I'll select this one, and then click Insert into Post. All right, so we are finished with our testimonials. Let's move on to the next section, which is case studies. So for a marketing agency business, case studies are a great way to prove that your method or product works. But if you don't have case studies, you can also just use this section for blog posts. So you can just change this text here to our most recent articles or something similar. Now these case study articles are displayed using the post list element. So if I click anywhere inside of here, you'll see that the post list element is highlighted in the breadcrumbs. Now the post list element has a lot of flexibility built right in. So first, if you would like to change the design of these posts, then you can easily do that. So let's click on the paint palette icon on the left here. And now you can choose from any of these designs. I'll go ahead and choose this one. Now, even after you choose your design, you can actually edit this design even further. So you can go ahead and click the Edit Design button. And now you can customize colors, you can change borders, shadows, etc. So for example, let's say that I would like this button here to have rounded corners. I'll simply click on it to select it. Then I'll go to the Borders and Corners tab, and then I'll adjust the corner radius. And as you can see, the other buttons changed as well, which thanks to the grouping feature saves you clicks. When you're finished making design customizations, click Done. Now, how exactly do you specify which case studies or blog posts are shown here? You can do that by going to the Post List tab and then click Filter Posts. So here we are using the Custom Query tab, and you can choose to display either posts or pages. Under filtering, here is where you can specify which posts to display. So for example, let's say that we have blog posts in several different categories and we only want to display posts in the case study category. So let's click Add Rule. And then in this drop down here, you can specify posts in a particular category, posts with a specific tag, posts with a specific format, for example, audio posts or video posts. You can display posts by a specific author, or you can use the title to choose individual posts. For this one, we're going to choose categories. Then to specify the exact category, I'll click Add, and I'll choose my category. Under Order, here is where you can specify the order of the posts that are displayed. So for now, we are going to display them in the order of the date published and in descending order so that most recent posts are first. And we want to display the 3 most recent posts. Now let's say that you have a more advanced layout and perhaps your most recent article is featured on the page separately. And so you want this particular post list element to start with your second most recent article. In that case, you can opt to start from item number 2. And so it will skip your most recent article and go straight to your second most recent article. All right, so I'll switch this back to 1. And when you're finished making your specifications, click Save and Close. All right, so let's move on to the next section. So this is the section that I added to the home page earlier. In this section, let's say that we want to walk our audience through the process of what happens when they decide to hire us for a job. So first, let's customize this text. And now we'll need to change the text and icon for each one of these tabs. So to do that, select one tab, then go to Edit Tab Items, and then you can replace the template text for your own. To change the icon, simply click on the icon, then go to the Main Options tab and click Change Icon. When you're done with this tab, click Done, and then you can move on to the next tab, and then to begin your customizations, click Edit Tab Items, and then use this same exact process to edit the rest of the tabs. All right, so I've gone through and customized each of these tabs. Now don't forget that a lot of blocks have options that are just for that specific block. So for this one, you can change the hover effect. Right now we are using brackets. I'll go ahead and change that to underline. All right, so we have just one section left, and that is the contact form. So let's go ahead and change out this text here. Now, if you would like to change the design of this contact form, you can do that by clicking on the form, make sure that form is highlighted in the breadcrumbs, and then go to the paint palette icon in the upper left-hand corner. And now you can choose a new design if you like. Now, I'm happy with the current design, so I'll simply close this window. If you would like to add a field to your form, for example, let's say you want to ask for their phone number in addition to their name and email, under Form Fields, you can click Add New. And then under Field Type, you can click this drop down to see the available field types. I'll click Phone. Now for this particular design, I know that I don't need anything in the name field, but I will want something in the placeholder field. And if you like, you can go ahead and make this field required. To rearrange the fields, simply click on the dotted lines and drag them around. So let's say that whenever someone submits this form, we want to receive their message in our email inbox. To set this up, click Add Connection, and then under Connection, choose Email. We do want to send emails from this site, and let's go ahead and click Compose Email to customize the message. So the most important field here is the To field. So this is where you can specify your email address where you would like the message to be sent. Now, if you would like to send a confirmation email to the user, you can go ahead and enable that. And then you can customize this message as well. I'll go ahead and click Save and Apply. Now, if you would also like to add the person who is sending the message to your email list, you can do that as well. So let's click Add Connection. And then let's go to Choose Connection to see the available connections. Now, in order for your email marketing service to be listed here, you will need to have integrated your email service in the Thrive dashboard. So you would go to API Connections, then select the name of your email service and input your API key. Once you've done that, then your email service will show up right here. So I'll select my email service, which is MailChimp. If you have a particular list to add your subscriber to, you can select it here. If you have a particular group, you can select that. You can choose single or double opt-in. I will choose single opt-in, but if you choose double opt-in, then you'll also need to make sure that your email service is properly set up for double opt-in. And you can also add a tag, which is helpful in identifying your subscribers, and this tag will be sent to your email marketing service. All right, so now let's click Apply. Next, let's specify what happens when someone submits the form. So you can either redirect to a custom URL, or you can show a success notification. We'll choose to show a success notification, and then you can go ahead and customize your success message. All right, so the very last thing we'll have to do is make sure that this page looks good on tablets and mobile devices. So let's use the buttons at the bottom of the screen, and let's take a look at tablet mode. All right, so this page is looking pretty good. I don't anticipate needing to make any changes because the templates in Kwik are already mobile responsive out of the box. And let's take a look at mobile phone mode. Okay, so I am happy with this. Let's go ahead and save our work. Okay, so I've gone through this home page and I've made all my customizations. Let's take a look at the final product. Alright, so now that you've got your home page configured, you can move on to customizing the rest of your website. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about setting up your home page, be sure to leave them in the comments down below. You can get Thrive Theme Builder and the rest of our tools when you purchase Thrive Suite, so click the link below to learn more. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.